We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers this year.
I like BHAG. I like that.
BHAG. It's our BHAG. We're going to get to 2,000 subs this year, or 2,000 membies this year. That would set up this channel to do incredible
Intros.
things. Yeah, it would just be, we would be set up to make some really incredible stuff here.
Like the crypto Waco.
Yeah. So guys, the absolute best way to support this channel, if you've already subscribed, is to become a memby. It's only $5 a month, which look, when you're subscribed to this channel and you're getting all this crypto alpha, you're making that hand over fist. Like
That's less than I pay for Nick's feet picks every month.
That's less than BJ pays for my feet picks. That's less than a cup of really crappy cappuccino.
Spoiler,
at Starbucks.
he is polydactyl.
Wow. You can follow me on X.
Your feet picks are cheaper than Drew's.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
That's kinda
mine are
awkward.
just a picture of boots.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Very-
people pay a lot for that. Let's look at the charts here. Let's go to the 4-hour. What the frick am I looking at? Right now? This is dominance. Okay. I was like, what the hell?
We're flat.
Yeah.
There you go.
All
There's
right, here we
Bitcoin.
go. Daily. Let's just keep it on the daily here for a second. So we had a little wiggity wick rip down pretty substantially for the daily. Let's go to the 4-hour. So we bounced off of 60K. I think this was just like a long liquidation thing.
What it felt like. That was quite a move.
Thumbnail investor gifted a memby. Look at that, guys.
Oh, well.
James Slider says, "Hey, Big Papa Nick." By the way, Double H, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm great. Happy Friday.
Happy
Happy to
Friday.
be here.
Feels good.
We had cookies this morning.
Feels good. We did. Crumble.
Cookies
Happy
for
birthday,
breakfast.
Morale.
Those things were amazing.
They
Where
were
the hell
pretty
were
good.
they?
Crumble
They're like
cookies.
small cookie
So
pizzas.
good.
The
That place-
ingredients. Go ahead.
That place is next to Five Guys.
Is it?
Oh my god.
One
So I'm
cookie.
tempted like every day to go.
One
Yeah.
cookie is like 1,000 calories.
Bunch of membies
Yeah.
coming in this.
A lot of
Look at
membies.
this.
Bearded,
you for joining. Make
Beardo
sure-
DG, welcome.
You join the Discord and the OG chat. if
Yes,
you're
be sure
a
to
member.
link your Discord. We're actually we have a special message from the Discord we're going to get into today.
Mhm.
I like Crumble. They just don't cook their cookies enough. They're like
That's the
gooey in the
point.
middle. I
Mhm.
don't like it.
That's like the consensus likes the little goo in the middle. Though.
The
I
ingredients
overcook my cookies. when
I
make
like them a little crispier.
Yeah,
But that's just
absolutely.
me.
Gotta have
So-
the crunch.
This is continuing basically this like downward kind of bull flaggy kind of thing that we got going on now. Honestly, guys, I think we're gonna be chopping for a while. So yeah,
Kind of
this
feels
is-
that way.
Yeah, get into your. You're early. Okay,
Seems
congratulations,
like,
you're early.
seems like the post having chop.
Yeah.
Boring sideways.
And this is let's get into that here for a second. You all need to understand. You got to understand something. Let's look at the weekly here.
Are you about to explain us something?
About to explain you something.
Okay.
This is why I'm thinking the way
Let
I'm
me
thinking.
ask you a question.
Let me ask you something. All right, we got to stop talking like that real quick. So we had a halving, and then we chopped for literally months on end. And then in July, we started to spike up, had a nice little upside. What the hell am I looking at right now?
This is 2020. End of 2020, into 2021.
Am I in log or something? This is BTC.
Potentially, you
dollar,
might be
'cause
stuck.
we did
on
not
that.
hit 115,000.
No.
What's
Definitely did not.
Is this having a stroke?
Does it say 115,000 on
That's-
the price?
What the hell is going on? Oh, it just flipped back to dominance for a second. Guys, holy sheep shit.
On a
All right.
shingle.
I remember my first time looking at a chart.
All right. So you know what, BJ? So here we go. So you had your third halving in 2020, and we chopped until July. Then we kind of flew up to 10,000, ripped back down to 10K, and we weren't really off to the races until October.
Yeah. It feels good that way.
It feels good,
Feels
but
good that
that's just 2020. And there's a lot of things with 2020 that people forget and they leave out of the calculus. There are all these supposedly smart people on X are saying, oh, yeah, well, you know, in 2020, it did this, 2020 did that. You know what else happened in 2020? We literally printed trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that we've never done before. And there was lockdowns, and there was mass unemployment, and there were stimmy checks.
Yeah.
So this is weird. And the fact that this played out similar to other halvings.
And Fall Guys.
And we had Fall Guys. Look what happened here this is the 2016 one.
The
So we had the
extreme
halving.
chop.
We had the halving, huge wick down, and we chopped for EVs. We chopped up, but we chopped for 6 months, another 7 months, 6, 7 months until we started to get some really explosive movements.
Oh, Thigh Meat's in the house.
Oh, Thyme's in the house.
What?
Oh, what's up? What's up?
Eight
Yeah, what up?
time.
Real quick, I think it was Shake and Bake who asked me about these Shizo posters, NFTs.
It's pronounced Shiza.
Shiza.
Okay.
However it's pronounced, I'm looking at them right now. First time I've ever seen them. They're going for a 0.8 Ethereum.
Okay. That's a lot.
Decent volume, over 4,000 ETH volume. It was created March of last year. So, I mean, looks like they've been holding their value and
Yep.
people are buying them. So that's just briefly looking over it. I'd have to look into their website and what they actually are for and what they do. But if you like it, buy it.
Yeah. If you like it, buy it. It's DGen Alpha approved. But the lesson here, folks, is we've got many months of chop.
And
Even
it
if we get
feels
to
better
70K.
that way, man.
Yeah.
You know, like kind of it plays into that Discord message.
Yeah, which
You
well,
know?
let's go ahead and get to. It's a
I
good
mean,
segue.
because I had the same feeling. I was looking at the price, reclaimed that previous all-time high, and I was like, shit, is this going to be a shortened cycle? Are we, in this new paradigm?
Yeah.
Since we've been able to pull back and show just so much boredom, and you saw the retail interest in Bitcoin is all the way
Yeah.
back down to the previous lows. So
Yeah,
like people
no
are
one-
still asleep.
no one gives two craps about
Right.
crypto right now.
And it feels good, man.
You can't pay anyone to even be interested in it. So
You know,
this is in the
I was going to add, how I know that not a lot of people are interested in blockchain? Ethereum's gas price is under 10 Gwei.
yeah, that's crazy.
That's literally unheard of for
Okay.
like Bitcoin being almost at all-time high. And like if it was like last cycle, Gwei would be probably in the hundreds to 200s, but all these L2s are helping out gas prices on ETH.
Yeah.
And that's why I like the Bitcoin dominance graph so much.
Mhm.
That's why I have it up with that price. Cause like, if you're looking at the Bitcoin dominance compared to the halvings, I'm holding altcoins, you know what I mean? So I'm more interested in how long I have to stack altcoins before Bitcoin dominance falls off a cliff
Oh yeah.
and gives me that alt season. We should have
Which we're having a
around-
little mini alt season right now with AI. But
Right,
we're gonna
right.
get into that in a second. But shout out to This is the Bitcoin Way member for 11 months. Love the
Hey.
Basement Fan, bro. We love
I can
you.
show this, right?
Yeah, so this is from American Pool Guy in the OG chat, kind of pouring his heart out here, and I appreciate just the sentiment.
Mm.
So the gist of it is he works a lot. He's an OG. He's the definition of salt of the earth American, and he's struggling just with the idea of some of the things we say on the show, like ADA is old news, ETH ain't it anymore.
Who the fuck says that?
Link may not be an RWA giant anymore. Quant is a stablecoin. I've said that right now.
I have said that quite a bit. Yeah.
Wow.
But he
I
says,
quit. Bye.
remain strong in your picks, but also I don't want to miss out. He's feeling a little bit of FOMO. He says, last thing for context, I rarely move things. The only move I've made in the last 2.5 years was sell off an H-bar bag, Smart, when it hit 16 cents last week, and put it into INJ, Seamless, and Arrow. He says, so basically what he's saying is it the best game to truly leap from potential to potential, not at a loss, or to remain strong and just hold to the cycle top? Thanks, guys. Just want to be the very best, the best he ever was, like a Pokemon master, yet realistic outcome I can provide for my family with the time I have to give to this venture. So
Well, that was the key thing he said there is the
time
time
he has.
that you have.
American Pool Guy, first of all, I appreciate this. This is the kind of interaction you can only get in the OG chat, which you can only get if you're a member. You are in the top 1% of smart people in the world. Okay. I want you to understand that because you are, first of all, not risk averse. And second of all, you're watching Blockchain Basement.
That's right.
So you're already an elite individual and you are making elite gains. You are outperforming 95% of the stock market. You are performing at hedge fund levels. If you're literally just sitting back and you're making a 20x on Arrow, a 30x on Arweave, a 4x on Bitcoin, and 7x on ICP, you are crushing it, my guy. Don't beat yourself up. Now, if you want to swing from potential to potential, and you can commit the time to that, our job here on Blockchain Basement is to steer you in the right direction, right? We're not going to get it right most of the time, or we're not going to get it right some of the time, but most of the time, damn it, we're going to get it right. And we put our money where our mouth is. So I would say be strong in your convictions no matter what, okay? No matter where you're putting your money, whether it be in a chicken coop to have a side hustle, selling eggs to people who want to buy expensive eggs, Or if you're just putting it into like some mining equipment and some node equipment, which you're going to get into later, or just standard. Yeah, look at that. Or just standard buying crypto. Have that conviction because that's what's going to serve you the best and taking profits on the way up. So I hope that answered your question. I don't think any of these projects are dead. I think I could be a little bit more careful in how I speak. I'm kind of learning that now. Like we have 53,000 subscribers. Drew's been doing a great job growing this channel, and we just need to be a little bit more careful with how I talk. Quant is a stable coin. Guess what? That means it's consolidating, and it's what is it? $100?
Well, and we're kind of spoiled too. Like I'm looking at this point in the cycle. Like if I see something that's gonna 10x, in my mind it's just gonna 10x, right? Like,
which is insane in like normal TradFi. People are like a 10x. What the fuck?
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah, like you're supposed to like get your 7% interest a year and be grateful.
Right.
That you're still losing to inflation.
Yeah, slave. Be grateful, slave.
And like the whole Chainlink not being the king of RWAs, it's the king of data movement. RWAs, Chainlink's still working with Swift. Like until an actual Web3 fully integrated system is built, it's probably, in my opinion, it's not going to happen for another 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll probably come. Chainlink, things like Pith, these oracles, the data movers that move from Web 2 to 3, they're going to be useful until they're not. You have a few years of advancements until that really comes to fruition. I'm not too worried about Chainlink. Quant probably is going to hit $1,000 at the next bull market top. It's got good tokenomics, good things going for it. It's just been very asleep. And I remember like a lot of these worries, they hit you when, there was a lot of Cardano holders that I knew last cycle. They were worried that it was ranging so hard between like 2 cents and 5 cents. And then it moved to like $3 down there. Right.
Yeah.
So like, it's just about having the ability to stomach the nasty corrections up and down, and just taking advantage of them. Like when I see this sale happening right now, I'm happy because my plan this weekend is to, basically add a ton of alts that I went over this morning, and I want cheaper prices.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and look at I hope that answered your question.
I wanted to add to that too.
Oh, go ahead, Taco.
Of
course.
When I first started off crypto, if I did nothing but hold, I'd probably be a multimillionaire. So having conviction, what Nick was saying, is probably the number one thing you can have when you're investing in a token. And then a lot of us just like to banter, and we're on crypto Twitter all the time, and we like see trend shifts, and like AI is a hot topic. So we call Quant a stable coin because it's been ranging.
Yeah.
But I look at it like I don't have a massive position in that coin. So I would rather potentially put that money somewhere else where I can get a greater return. It's going to be a greater risk. But I like to diversify amongst top coins, like middle range market caps, and then a small portion into like high volatility, like just risk plays. And I think it's great that you're not moving your crypto around a lot. That means you're not going to get scammed or hacked. And that was a great play. I wish I did that play with my H-bar because that's another coin that seemed to range between 5 cents and 10 cents. And it finally broke out off of fake news. So I wish I sold then, but that was a great move. But yeah, having conviction and doing the research into these coins and not getting scared out by our banter.
Exactly. And number two, after you have that conviction, is you need to have your coins off of exchanges in an Arculus wallet. Use code BASE10 to get 10% off the best hardware wallet.
Dude, I freaking love it.
In all of crypto.
I love the thing.
It's very seamless. It's very sexy. Yeah. The card is made out of metal. It's hardcore. So link in the description to get that. Use code BASE10. It helps us out. It helps you out, especially if you're holding long term. And remember, watch that Pi Cycle top indicator, which I'll go ahead and pull up here in a second. That is what I'm using to time my sells. If we're actually going to like top out in the middle of 25, middle to end of 25, guys, you got to watch that top indicator. And like as soon as you start seeing, if the Super Bowl next year has crypto ads, that's that you need to start selling. Risk. You need to move your crypto.
They're going to do it though.
I don't, but how badly though? Is it, if it's like some dumb ones? Okay. But if it's like, if we see Matt Damon again, I'm out. But what I'm in on is Akash. Look at this chart, guys. Look at this chart. this is, I mean, look what the hell's going on right now.
Mm.
Look at this. Look at this.
Look at it.
Look at this. It's so big. It's so big, and there's so much movement. So you go from 18 cents in January of last year.
Where am I supposed to put that chart?
Oh,
I know.
my
And
God.
now we are at $5 hairs. Okay. This is great. It has had a enormous pump over the past day today. Huge pump. But that's on a bunch of AI news. But
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, just look at this fucking thing.
Not really a lot. I mean, we're seeing a lot of AI news. Just I feel like because it's new.
I mean, even from November of last year, it is up 423%.
Not bad.
Gosh. And this is a decentralized machine learning compute rental blockchain on Cosmos.
Is it really?
Yes, it's written in Tendermint. You get it, you can buy it on Osmosis. So Akash, and this puppy still has room to run. Let's get into that in a second. What are you thinking about Akash, Drew?
Well, I mean, in general, I feel like we're underestimating how early we are in noticing AI integration with blockchain. Like, you know, people that have been here through the whole bear market and stuff, like, are kind of OGs. They understand that there's a lot of data that comes with AI, and that's why you have these, shared computing powerhouses being built.
Yeah,
basically, like. That's how I look at these. It's just insulated shared computing power for AI to actually go into implementation, because the average person has no idea what AI is or that these little language models exist. Once it starts
Is that
becoming
like a Buzz Lightyear?
a Buzz Lightyear,
Yeah, is that an AI?
yeah. See, I mean, that's basically where conversation's at right now. Like, go to your local baseball game and talk about AI to the person next to you and see how far that conversation goes.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even better, yeah.
Is that like one of them games? The AIs?
I saw a video where this guy was going around. Name any crypto other than Bitcoin.
Yeah.
No one could name any.
Some can name Doge.
And
Okay,
XRP.
let's go make that video next
Right.
week.
I'm thinking
Yeah, we
about
should
it.
do a man on the
Let's
street.
go
Name a
gather-
crypto.
For $20, name 5 cryptos other than Bitcoin.
Let's go gather either Kennesaw College or Atlanta Sentiment.
Oh, that would be them on the streets then.
Let's do it. Kryptonic with a 199 British pound super chat. What are your views on the 5.3 Bitcoin theory? I've heard of it. I don't know it.
I was talking about it this morning. I think it's hogwash.
Hogwash.
So they say it's like gonna, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kryptonic, but it looks like they're adjusting for diminished returns in kind of a weird way, but it's calling for
Is this
the
the
top.
power law thing?
No, it's different than the power law. It's basically calling for a top of Bitcoin at around $77,000.
For the top?
Yeah,
Man,
it
shut
was,
the fuck
I
up.
mean, and there's a lot of people that like think, oh, it's in this new price zone, it's gonna have a lot of problems. There's a lot of macroeconomic implications for like nations trying to not watch the value that they have in their treasuries go to zero. There's a lot of reasons why, BlackRock is setting up RWA tokenization and why treasuries are being set up to be sold on crypto. It's actually to hoist up these systems and hold them up.
Yep.
And it's kind of a race to that realm. And, China and America is going to be able to get on the hill at the same time. So I think it just leaves a lot out on the macro implications for countries hedging against the certain demise of their
Well,
currency.
do you think there could be something sketchy if treasuries right now are screwed and we're going into a bull run? You start RWAing potentially treasuries, and then you're basically pulling liquidity out of the market to save a failing market.
Well,
So like a long con.
yeah, I mean, the liquidity, it will be held on, like, say, a big treasury one is Maple Finance, things like that. That actually is going to go into their market cap and valuation as well. Like as that money comes
I want
in.
to see how Maple's doing.
Maple is like ranging at like 10 to $15. I mean, it's
It's been
still
doing
very
that for
viable.
forever.
I know.
I have a big Maple position, and I've been annoyed at it.
Yeah, it's been aggravating. I've been, like it's definitely a hold. I got aggravated when it lost that original kind of $18 range.
Yeah.
So I cut up a pretty good chunk of it. I still hold some, but I put it into things like render and stuff like that, because I'm stuck in this conversation, and I see RWAs happening, but I think they're going to take a long time to really come to fruition.
Yeah.
And AI is probably just going to pump harder because it's more normie friendly
It is, and it's got a lot of VC pride behind it. Like every VC is just like the entire economy of California is basically hooked to AI working.
Yeah.
And
they'll fail if they don't have it.
And the infrastructure needed to make AI at scale is not there. So we need lots of decentralized computing, compute rental. Akash is a part of that. So is Render. So is Chlor.ai and a bunch of these other AI coins. There's so much need for that.
Also, C90 says the 5.3 BTC theory was set back on International Mole Day of 2022.
Mole Day. And then also shout out to American Pool Guy for the $5 super chat.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
As
always. Maple's a cool project that I have a position in. And
I mean, I don't think they're going anywhere. They work with Circle. You know what I mean? Like, it's just we're damn early, which is a good thing.
We are. We're mega
once
early.
you get there, but it hurts holding all the way there. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But that's like, I'm at the point where, I have the Chainlink bag and I'll be spreading out to like AI and RWA kind of balanced in that manner. But we saw that AI conference. Remember that last AI conference?
Yeah, the one in Panama that I went to?
I mean, things kind of went nuts. I think there's another AI conference coming up. And each time that this big media frenzy happens about this, people start realizing, holy shit, it's actually happening. And then you see the price make its next move to the next level.
What I want to know is, what is the next AI coin?
The next AI coin that's going to do what? Just
like an Akash.
100x.
Oh, that's going to do some big moves. To be honest, bro, I haven't looked enough into that. I need to know more. I mean, Chlor is that's a deep pick. I mean, if we're talking about AI coins, because everything's an AI coin now, right? You can just call yourself an AI coin.
You're an AI. You're an AI.
Everybody's
an AI.
Yeah. So I mean, this one has a $47 million market cap. Very, very small, but this is proof of work. And then there's Nurai. So this is another deep Nurai, and so AI companies are looking more at proof of work because proof of work is just more consistent once you've worked out the 51% problem. And if you can incentivize that network to be decentralized, because it's way more secure.
Yeah.
It's just way more secure. Here's Nurai, which is even a smaller market cap, $20 million market cap. These guys actually make hardware too. So they do really interesting. So let me just go to their website real quick. XNA. So yeah, I mean, has a pretty big pump for this year, but and it's only just recently come out.
And I'm holding the AIOZ too, AIOZ,
and then IAGON. Here's the Nurai website connecting the real world with the blockchain.
Wait,
so
IAGON's what, storage on Cardano?
Yeah, so on-chain storage and AI, they are extremely tied together.
And why is that? Because the computation needs of AI, or?
Well, it's that having your database that you pull from decentralized in a distributed manner, also extremely important. Also being able to do the machine learning all on the blockchain instead of all locally, extremely powerful and very helpful. So the more data, the actual raw data that you're pulling from that's on chain, not just doing the computation, but the actual data is very important. So
You're like I'm playing the role of the volley today.
I love it. I love it. Less talking about banging teachers and more being good for conversation. So
whoa, that's good for conversation. That's why Owen's not here right now.
So Nurai is interesting because they are actually doing hardware stuff. So you can see there are Nurai specific circuits. They're making things that work with the Nurai blockchain. So if you're doing IoT equipment, you can implement that directly onto the blockchain. So there's an actual hardware implementation of the blockchain.
Are they trying to do RF signals, or I'm just seeing all the antenna boards?
No, well, see, those are through hole.
Above. So right there in the middle.
Yeah. So IoT. So these are little modules that would go on like a dishwasher or a drone or a router, like a helium router.
So wait, I would connect that to my wife?
Yes, to your wife. You would. Yeah.
My God.
Depends on how many.
Someone in the chat says that They don't know the founders to this project.
They do know the founders?
Don't. The problem is this XNA?
Yeah, XNA. Yeah.
Don't know the founder. Oh, they're right there. What do you mean?
Asimov.
Probably
AI
Vendor
photo.
from,
Mazel tov.
Yeah.
Futurama.
Yeah.
I've spoken to these guys online, but I'm still trying to like get them in. But I mean, they're extremely active, and yeah, they're like not really doxed, kind of doxed. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool project. I think it's worth a mine. If you're gonna mine something, like it's too late to mine a lithium now. You know, there's other things that are good, but I mean, Neurai has a pretty low hash rate, and
That
it's a
logo is
good.
really similar to Nervos,
It is very similar to Nervos. Yeah,
which you can also mine.
no, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, CKB. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're right. Let's do some stories real quick. By the way, shout out to Rumble chat. I see you guys. in
Yeah.
Rumble chat.
K-Day down there.
Yeah. It's okay. Hey, Gustavo Valles, my bad. I need to do better research. Hey, that's why we're here, bro. That's why you come to the basement. We're all in this together. Private jet charter service Candy Jets now accepts Bitcoin payments. Customers can now pay for luxury travel with Coin Corner's Bitcoin payment solution, Candy Jets.
You know who else accepts crypto now?
No.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Donald
The
Trump.
orange
Or,
one.
He accepts it.
Yeah.
So yeah, look at all these Candy Jets. Look at this. Look at these douche nozzles.
Like what is that? Is just
Arrive at your destination. So this is like it's a charter jet. Suspect name of the business. I gotta be perfectly
Suspect
honest.
stock photos.
It has a WhatsApp number on their
Dude, I'm
website. That's
out.
also hella
Yeah.
suspect.
Where
I
did
mean,
what in the hell is this?
Do they
from?
fly direct to Epstein Island?
This is Bitcoin Magazine.
Yeah, this is Bitcoin Magazine. They
Okay.
obviously did not do much research. Private jet charter services market has seen substantial growth. Yes, reaching USD of 13 billion in 2023, projected to rise to 21 billion by 2026, according to a report from Report Linker. The announcement marks a significant milestone for Candy Jets. Okay, that's great. Rich people using Bitcoin. Refund. So
exciting.
the hacker that did the address poisoning attack felt bad and is returning funds to
Really?
the guy who stole. And that's like a famous guy that like we know his name, right? Who was it? It's not Ansem. It's someone else. Pauly. Yeah, it was
I don't
Pauly.
know
who
if, I
lost
don't know if
16
he was
million.
just like trying to catch the.
Was he trolling?
Yeah, and they're like saying that he. Rest in peace, Paulie. I don't know. I never really trusted that guy.
Yeah.
So this could just be a big ploy to gain.
Well, they're saying that because he's giving the wrapped Bitcoin back, it's because the hacker's been doxxed and he's trying to cover his trail.
Yeah, he sent the 51 ETH back to the guy that got hacked, and he's like, "Send me your Telegram name."
Yeah.
So he's trying to communicate with him.
I'm sorry.
That's weird.
Yeah. So address poisoning. This is not a very common attack, right?
So, I can explain it really simply. The hacker will send you a 0 ETH transaction, but they'll spoof an address so the beginning and the end looks like your address, because for UI purposes, it'll have like 0x blah 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 and then ... and then the last 5-6 digits of your public address. So the person getting scammed will be like, "Oh, all right, I'm trying to get my address, so I'll copy and paste it from Etherscan, put it in there," and that's how the person was able to pretty much get the person to send the Bitcoin
Jeez,
yeah.
that's sneaky.
by
That's
just
very, very
spoofing his
sneaky.
address to make it look like his, but it really was the attacker's address.
Yeah, it's very sneaky. Apparently, they sent the day after making the costly error, the victim sent a message to the scammer via Ethereum's input data messaging system. It says, "You won, bro. Keep 10% to yourself and get 90% back. Then we'll forget about that. We both know that 7 million will definitely make your life better, but 70 won't let you sleep well." Interesting
Ooh.
counter. Yeah. Usually
Icy.
when you are a person who has $70 million, you have more than $70 million. Like if you have $70 million in ETH and Bitcoin, you're sitting on a lot more money than
Yeah.
that. That's not your whole bag. So, and when you're at that level, you can find people.
It's true.
And that was the subtext of that conversation. So yeah, I think message received and that guy is doing right. So
What
I
a
like these
Chad.
guys. Stand with Crypto. I got to reach out to them. Stand with Crypto backs U.S. politicians with a fundraiser plan. Stand with Crypto advocacy group forms a new political committee to support pro-crypto candidates. Launched in August of last year, Stand With Crypto Alliance is a nonprofit organization on a mission to champion clear, common sense regulation in the U.S. crypto industry. The group has 164,000 policymaker contacts and donated over $86 million so far, raised from over 500,000 crypto advocates.
Here's my take on this, Nick.
Hang on, let me finish up. In addition to conducting a fundraiser for politicians, the group made several direct endorsements, including Jim Justice, a Republican running in Senate in West Virginia, and Jim Banks, a Republican vying for Indiana's Senate seat. With the plan, the advocacy groups joins other influential crypto PACs in the U.S., such as Fair Shake, Protect Progress, and Defend American Jobs, which have so far raised $110 million in the election cycle.
I think Trump's going to go full Malay, and
Javier Milei?
Yeah,
Chainsaw and everything.
Chainsaw and everything.
Oh,
I think he sees the youth, and he's hyper capitalist. You know what I mean? He's gonna absolutely, like, I feel like him admitting that crypto's here to stay, and seeing that young Giga Chad with the Mog glasses in the group, it really lit something up.
Gaib? Oh no, that other guy.
No, not his
The guy
son.
with the goggles.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you saying? The thing from Dune?
Lasan Agaib.
Dude, I think Baron Trump is Lasan Al-Gaib.
Lasan Agaib.
Have you, BJ?
You don't even know how to say it, BJ.
Oh, I can't say it.
Yeah, it's
come
Lasan
on.
Agaib.
Yeah, but I
Muad'Dib.
know what it sounds like.
Muad'Dib. Quetzal Adarak.
That's bullish. BJ just knew what it was.
The Bitcoin way, $5. Nick, thanks for the Pi Cycle Top indicator. Tip for everyone else on the couch. Which indicators do you use to detect the cycle top? I know Drew uses Mr. X.
Oh yeah, all the time, bro. Like, that is so weird. I don't
Nothing
even.
says you don't know shit about what you're talking about, and then like a random guy
No.
named Mr. X.
Dude, this is time, man. It's time for your cycle time frames. You know what I mean? Like,
I use
Hey.
the Fibonacci sequence.
Oh, is that
Fibonacci
an
sequence
indicator?
might
Yeah,
just
it's
be
free.
What? Can we pull it up here?
The secret
Probably.
to
the
life.
secret.
Hannah, what do you
I'll
use?
teach you how to use it in like 2 seconds too.
The secret to life is the Fibonacci sequence.
It is.
Oh
I've
my
heard
God.
this.
I think life does move in cycles.
Mm.
Study
Like,
history.
you can
Continue.
see the cycle
History-
everywhere.
Doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes.
Very
You
often.
know who said that?
Satan.
Mark Twain.
Yeah,
Mark
Twain.
Twain. Thank
Samuel
you,
Clemens.
sir.
Here's like a random like
What am I looking for in indicators? Fib.
Are you
Oh.
talking fib extension?
Bro, are we gonna try to
Yeah.
figure out fibs live?
Fibonacci
wait,
sequence
real
is
quick.
pi.
This is really random,
3.14.
but have you guys ever heard like the customer is always right?
Yeah.
No.
That's not the full quote.
Oh, is it?
It's the customer is always right in terms of taste.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
obviously, like, I like that couch, and like the person working there, yeah, but like that couch should be cheaper. The customer isn't right,
Yeah.
so they're just using that to much control workers.
I can't.
What is this?
This is random
This
little
is philosophy here.
I love that. Actually, I really like that, and I like you. I'm trying to get this damn
It
Fibonacci
should
thing.
just be on the left side.
It is, but fucking Trading Views is like, you want more than one indicator? Suck my wiener.
So you
I'm
have
like,
to get
you
rid
know
of
what?
a few. It used to be 3 free indicators.
Is it Fib extension?
Yeah.
Oh, this thing. This
Yeah,
is the
so
Piano
my
Manny
word.
B, whatever.
Brother,
Oh,
where's
yeah.
the
Colors.
That's what everybody
Warrior.
uses. The 618, these nuts, classic shit.
But I can teach you how to use it.
Teach
like,
us right
correctly.
now.
Show us
All right,
that.
go to like the weekly.
Oh, I'm out.
Dude, the
You're always a
What about
macro
the
investor
fib-
though.
I am macro.
All right,
Those are
so
dope,
like
too.
the 67.
We're out of it. We've broken the time space
No, you
continuum.
didn't put it on right.
What?
The previous all-time high was like 69K,
nice.
and then pull it to 16K. So get rid of the one that you have on there right now,
So
or just like delete the color, like the thing. Yeah, all right. So now bring out the fib.
I gotta,
the fib.
I gotta reload the fib.
Oh,
It's like the
God.
GIMP. Like we're getting the GIMP out.
Oh, you're hitting auto.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it's like auto doing it for you.
Auto-
She's clicking the auto one.
What? What am I supposed to do?
All right, so you're supposed to pull it from the previous all-time high,
Yeah.
not that one. The one.
Oh, I'm
in-
making a line.
Yeah, from the top to the bottom.
Okay, so I'm making a line. I'm drawing a line. All right. I'm deleting this. I'm deleting that line.
All right,
It's like
so
watching
see the
American
line tool on the left side,
Yes.
right under it.
Yes.
Hit
This.
the little arrow.
Oh, this.
Hit the little arrow. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Now, like, cue it. Hit it.
Yeah.
Click the button.
Okay.
All right, now go to like 2019, the previous all-time high.
Okay. First of all, I don't like your tone.
Oh, yeah.
2019, the 2019, or the 2021 previous.
2021.
Okay. Hey,
Taco, go home. You're drunk.
It's 2 years difference, whatever.
Okay.
All right, now pull it to 16K.
I gotta squeeze, right?
Squeeze it.
Okay. This is live in real time. This is why I don't do trading like this. Holy shit!
Now,
Snap.
now pull that all the way across.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He did it! So now he got the fib. Now,
Deucey says I've never been in so much paid before.
all right, yeah. So what's the 4.236 at?
200, half a million, or quarter million, 236.
Around there. So 3.618 is where I'd probably start taking profits.
3.618. So at 200K, you're pulling profits.
What?
I mean, I like this. I felt like Nick is so painful right now, dude. Yeah, imagine being me. I'm like in real time, like a boomer in real time.
Do you think in 200? I mean,
that's the tool I use.
yeah. I mean, I was like,
okay.
how I've done it, like 150 to 250. That's right in the middle there.
Why 3618?
It's think of it as like magnets. Like 1 plus 1.
This is more spiritual than like mathematical, right?
No, it's the way like the world works.
It's literally Fibonacci sequence is like the secret to life. I'm convinced.
It's in
All right, do the
It's
first
everywhere. It's
first
everywhere.
7 digits of
It's-
Fibonacci
no.
sequence.
If
Do it.
you measure,
Do it.
Stop, BJ. Let her talk.
if you measure like the certain distance from body parts to like eyes, it's the spiral sequence, which is like when you see people being hypnotized. That's what that is. That's the Fibonacci
Uzumaki?
sequence. It's
Yeah.
all connected to like pi. It's literally like
Yeah.
the language of the universe is math. You guys know
then
this though. You're in crypto.
in like math terms, it's 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 5 is 8, 5 plus 8 is 13, and it goes
All right,
on
guys.
and on
Views
and
are at
on.
all-time lows right now. We got to move on.
Dude,
But I like this conversation.
Math, Bitcoin's math, Fibonacci sequence is math. Math plus math is all-time
Life.
high.
All right, so where was American Pool Guy? This is it. Wait, it just moved to 281. The 268. Now it's at 270,000.
Maybe you
Did I move
alter it a little bit.
I might have moved the Fib. I have
Yeah,
you
altered space
moved it.
time. All right, now we're back here. All right, so American Pool Guy, just take profits here, and if you lose out on money, it's all Taco's fault. Anyways,
Blame me.
blame Taco. I just want to apologize to
TA.
everyone
It's
who
just
had to
astrology.
sit through me trying to learn TradingView
bro.
in real time.
Yeah.
All right, but we do like staying with crypto. I'm gonna get we need to get them on the show. Drew, can you reach out to them can you DM them?
I stand with crypto.
I
I'll hit
stand
him
with
up.
crypto. I want
I'll
them
hit
to
him
come
up.
on the show. This show, we already did a shout out to Arculus. Shout out to Liquid Death for sponsoring this show.
Yeah, very good.
Our brand new sponsor, Liquid Death.
Wait, really?
They're going to be a title sponsor
Wait, for
here
real?
because the absolute best water on the planet comes from death. And Liquid Death has been able to bottle this in metal cans.
Dude, you're not
and,
even from
it's good.
Arrakis.
What?
Did you guys know?
Arrakis?
I know what Arrakis is.
And the death
PJ.
skills.
This is my show. You're
We
not a
haven't-
Fremen.
Even covered this, but Coinbase is the winner or was the winner of Liquid Death's biggest ad ever.
I
Huge
know.
mistake.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Jackass.
Huge
In
mistake.
February of 2024, they paid $500,000 for
Wait, who
Liquid
did the
Death
$5 super
ads.
chat for?
And put Sats and Bulls dropped 5
Turbo?
Membies?
What?
Put sats in bowls. Ba, ba, ba,
Put sats in bowls.
What a
bowls.
G.
Thanks for the
Thank
membies,
you.
my
If
guy.
you guys got a
Pencil?
membership, join the Discord. Hey, we got Steven in here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Digital Pencil, a
Yeah.
wild pencil he just got outed. He just outed himself. He's been lurking so hard. Steven, I know you can't quit me. Who has the $5 super chat? Can you look that up? Nah.
Yes, Braxton Harris. He said, "Do we like Turbo as a meme play?"
I don't know. Let's look. Oh, we gotta look at Mineki.
Oh
no,
man.
Michi.
Michi.
Did you see the
went
Yo,
Michi chart?
crazy.
no, I didn't, and I called it out yesterday.
Turbo
I
Weave.
think I brought it up last
And I
week.
don't own it. I'm
Oh,
over this.
my
I'm
God.
so over this. Buy Nub though, because I keep
Nub.
I brought
Look at
Nub up
this.
as well, and I keep hearing things about Nub.
Look
I'm
at
gonna
this
check
on the
memes.
daily. Oh my god.
Turbo.
Turbo.
Oh,
This
damn.
looks sketchy as shit.
I'm afraid.
It looks like
Chad's
it
having to
pumps
come back.
and
Saw
then
that.
goes down about 3/4, pumps, goes down 3/4, pumps. So I'd be
I
looking
don't-
for
I
it to
don't
go
like
down
this.
3/4.
Yeah, I don't like this. This is sketch balls. Let's look at Michi. The
Bro.
Michi
Ooh,
chart.
Ched's up almost $200,000.
I
Look at
know.
this. Look at this Michi chart.
We should look at that chart.
Michi Soul.
Talked about this one yesterday. Michi.
Look at that, Hannah.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah,
89%
fuck.
pump.
Did any of y'all buy it? Like, please send me some.
So we can have your liability? No, thank you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, huge volume. Buys are still outpacing sells. 3.6 million in locked liquidity. These are all healthy things. Fully diluted market cap, 195 million. I mean, Michi, you get a pullback, probably do another. Probably
Yeah,
do
can we
another
look up
90%.
Ched real quickly?
Ched.
No, but-
Ched's making it.
Ched's having a comeback.
It's
oh my
doing
God,
it,
buying
man.
up. before
Giggle
they get their
Ched is
account.
not dying.
Giggle Ched with a 40% pump.
Hell yeah.
We're coming back, baby.
Yep. It's coming back.
Giggle Ched. Yeah.
The
this is-
Jeets are out.
The Jeets are out. Okay.
Damn them.
Why is Urine Finance up?
You're
that from
Oh,
yesterday?
yeah, that was a throwback. I just came across this morning. I was like, what the hell happened to that project?
Old school.
Yeah. It hit like 80 grand last cycle. You know what I mean?
Did it really?
It did, man. That was like one of the.
Oh, yeah. 80K.
Yeah,
Wow.
everyone was like, oh, it's worth more than
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
It is worth more than
It had a
Bitcoin,
moment.
so-
It came out of nowhere, and then it's like kind of no one talks about it anymore. But you know,
Yeah.
That brought up a good point though, because everyone was like, it's worth more than Bitcoin. It's because they have less tokens and market cap is less, and that creates a higher value.
But they still
token.
bought it, though, to get it up to 80K, which is kind
Mhm.
of crazy.
there's a
Let's
great
answer
lesson in tokenomics, man.
Wicked Kid, real quick, short answer from everybody. Can you talk about what to look for in meme coins?
Mm.
First of all,
liquidity.
memes. The meme ability. If it's
Funny,
yeah, if it's shit, if it's funny, if it has community, if there's an
original,
active Twitter,
originality.
and it can be like, it can be an original take on something else.
Mm.
You know, like there was Geo Bowden, and then there's all those other ripoffs of Geo Bowden, but they were
Exactly.
funny in their own right.
Mhm.
Locked liquidity.
Yeah.
If there's not
Like
locked
Slurf, they accidentally burned $10 million in pre-sale tokens.
yeah,
Bullish.
accidentally.
Very bullish.
Also,
Yeah.
you got to look at the holders. If the top
Yes.
holders own most of the supply, I would not buy that token.
Yeah, I would not buy it either.
Start with the X account, honestly. Go find
Yeah.
a funny meme. Find one that there's a lot of people that are interacting with it. Find one that perhaps has KOLs on board.
Yep.
I mean, not always, but it can be an indicator. Find a community of people that you like on X and then see what they're looking at.
Yeah.
And you
Go
can
from there.
use Soul Scanner if you have Telegram.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Scanner bot on Telegram. You just put the
Contract
link.
address.
Yeah, you just put the
Contract
contract
address.
address, and then it gives you all the like red flags if there's big airdrops and stuff like that coming out. But
Yeah.
If the token is mintable, I would not get that token. That means that the developer can mint brand new tokens.
Yeah, you want the contract to be revoked, so the
Renounced.
developer can't, or renounced. So a lot of different things.
LP tokens burn.
LP tokens burn. Yeah, no big tax on transactions.
Oh yeah, buying and selling should be under 5%.
Yeah,
Zero
If at
is
all.
best.
Yeah.
zero is best. Yeah, if there is
There's not
all
2021.
scam coins have tax on transactions, just so you know. So when there's a high tax or any kind of tax, you are in scam territory.
and usually if there's a Satanist involved, you're sure to get rugged.
yeah,
So-
definitely.
And then one
Moving
more
on.
thing,
Oh yeah, one
thing,
more.
thing.
All right, one more.
Make
Taco.
sure that you can actually sell the token and it's
Yeah.
not a honeypot.
Yeah, and if it's run by an adulterer,
Hmm?
yeah, it's pretty much a scam.
Sure to
automatically.
rug.
You'll probably make.
Yeah.
Wow, there's
Off
some.
of your audience. Yeah. Anyways,
Oh my
here's the
God.
interesting thing from DAppNode. The wait is over. DAppNode, which they make node hardware, is making a Gnosis. I tweeted about this yesterday. Gnosis chain has arrived. So they make a Gnosis chain enabled node comes with 3 Gnosis tokens. Pre-orders start tomorrow. This is really interesting because the Gnosis is $300 a piece now.
Mm.
So you was $283 now. You automatically get $900 from buying this box, and this box is not cheap. It's like 1,800 euro. I don't know what that is in American dollars right now. Chat, someone do the math for me. But this can host multiple nodes. So the interesting thing about Gnosis Chain is you're self-staking. So you're your own validator. All you need to be a validator for Gnosis Chain is 1 Gnosis token.
I
And
got a question.
Okay, one more thing. And then the Gnosis chain, what does Gnosis chain do? Well, it is basically the entire back end for all of decentralized science. All the major decentralized science projects are running on Gnosis. What's your question?
If I order this, will I receive it?
You know what?
Yeah, I'm having.
I don't know.
I'm having flashbacks
Totally,
from when
man.
I ordered my Bobcat miners.
But
I
you
never
can't get
got it.
lucky if you ain't the
But I
fan.
have heard of these
No,
guys
no.
before. And yeah, so the node is like a pretty hot, I shouldn't say that. It's a good piece of hardware. It's got a very low power, but high RAM system. It has a 4 terabyte NVMe drive, 2 terabyte drive. You can basically run multiple nodes all in one thing. So there's your Gnosis, there's your Bitcoin, there's your AVAX, there's your, if you're an absolute monster, you're running your own self-staking.
Not to be a monster, go up. So 64 gigs of RAM with, in a way, 4 different virtual machines. That's not a lot of RAM at all.
Okay. So it would not, you'd think 64?
I would
RAM
say 64 per
node, even the Bitcoin one? Wow. Okay. So.
But that's just my opinion.
That's your opinion. And you base this off this from your experience running the Cardano node?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially if you're trying to pull logs and stuff, like you want more RAM. But maybe you don't need to do that.
Yeah. So I'm actually entertaining the idea of getting this one. I don't need the 4 terabyte one. What is this?
It was in the chat about 1939.
Oh, so it's basically it's 1-to-1 now for the euro and the dollar. So yeah, $2,000. I'm like, I don't know about that. But if we go to GNO, this box will earn you 14% interest a year. So if you're staking your Gnosis token and it gets back up to its previous all-time high of $500, and you hold your Gnosis and you're making 14% interest on, awesome, which is basically half of a Gnosis token if you do it for a year. Yeah, $500. This thing is almost paid for itself. But I think Gnosis, with all of the stuff happening with DeSci, is looking at a 10x because it is 97 in market cap right now.
Well, can you pull the chart up again? Let me see the chart.
Look at the chart.
Go to so that
I know, and you're gonna look at the market cap, right?
Well, no, the shelf that it's building pre-actual alt season. Like, this is what I'm noticing too. Is
on a shelf.
Like, if we go to the all-time, we see that these things have reclaimed that high of a price action.
400.
And that we're not even really to alt season yet.
Yes.
You know, looking at that 740 mil that it's at right now,
and look at this.
I'd be looking for like 20 or 30 bill out of this.
86% of the token is out.
Like, this is that's a very healthy graph.
And it's I like the project because again they incentivize self-staking because this is what a lot of DeSci is going to run on, and they specifically don't want big validators because they want the science to be decentralized. So it's actually heavily weighted. If you go to Gnosis's website, and
we haven't even seen the DeSci pump yet.
The validators, it's heavily weighted in Europe right now. So there may end up being down the line some incentive for there to be more American validators, but it's very, very big in Europe. Not a lot of people know about Gnosis Chain. So I'm entertaining the idea of jumping into this little box here. If not this box, I know for damn sure I can make a node for cheaper.
Yeah.
But getting the 3 Gnosis chain, if this does a 10x and it's $3,000 per Gnosis, I mean, you're printing money at that point.
I mean, that graph and like the amount of supply that's already at, dude, like I think 10 bills kind of bearish for that thing. Like it looks like it's capable of 20.
Yeah. So you're thinking 20. I think if you're on the cusp of the top 100 right now with tokenomics like that, 10x, I'm feeling very, very confident in.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I could see it doing hitting probably 15 billion, 22 billion. So that'd be like a 20x. So this is an interesting play. I know. It feels conservative with how much money is going to be coming into decentralized science, which Josh has a huge input on that. So yeah.
What is Crypto Factor Pro? Look at this message. Do you basement boys use Crypto Factor Pro? Debating moving funds in for copy trading.
Copy trading is incredibly risky, like hands down. I don't. All right, we'll do live research.
Unless it's Nancy Pelosi.
Factor Pro, unless you're copy trading.
Yeah.
Crypto Factor Professional and Team, CryptoFactor.pro, live charts and indicators. This Forex, Crypto Factor. So it's an indicator package.
Potentially. Find out about that. I worry about locking up my
crypto.
funds.
I don't know. This seems kind of like a waste of money. You should just get High Block, which is what we have a plan for, right? High Block in the description. So sign up for High Block, and that's one of the better indicators out there. So I don't know about this crypto factor. If that's your
His
product. I
latest-
don't know anything about it. Just doesn't really spark joy right now.
He said, "What if the guy he's copy trading is DZ from Discover Crypto?"
Oh, you're gonna lose out. You're gonna lose big time.
Oh my god. He's been doing some good ones
DZ
before the
does
show.
good
He's been pretty
calls.
good at them.
That's funny
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
You're serious.
Okay, we got to wrap this up. It's 2:58. I do want to go over Neoxa. So nodes are interesting. Neoxa is proof of work, but you also can get master nodes when you have 500,000 Neoxa. And I think 500,000 Neoxa right now is about $1,800. But the rewards on the master nodes are really, really good. So I'm still bullish on Neoxa. Man, they've come a long way. They've got Dota 2 now, Counter-Strike 2, Rust, which is one of the most stressful games on the planet. Fortnite servers, Grand Theft Auto 5 servers. So it's a really cool system. It's a really cool blockchain. It needs more adoption, and I think they're going to get there. So yeah,
Is that
I
the
like
team?
Neoxa. No. These are just people who are like
Okay, I'm
Neoxa
like,
streamers.
Interesting.
Is this the
group.
Liver King? Who is this
Yeah, I was
guy?
like-
Narvies. He's
Okay.
not streaming. He's got 29,000 followers. So yeah.
Playing a little league.
Crimson Caravan Company should see if he can get ambassadorship for Neoxa, because he could be playing these games.
Oh, that's a
on
good idea.
Neoxa. Yeah, come on, Triple C. Locks 62% lock supply smart nodes, and you can create a node if you have 500,000 Neox token. I wouldn't bother trying to mine that right now, but just go ahead and buy it. What are the likes at right now?
Not high enough.
Not high enough. We didn't even get. It was all crypto today. It wasn't a Freaky Friday.
Well,
Should I do one freaky
the
story?
problem.
yeah, we need a freaky story.
Okay, look at this. Sugar is not making us fat.
Hell yeah.
This is the obesity rise and cutback in sugar prevalence in food. Sugar intake per person per day has been going down precipitously ever since the year 2000. And yet obesity,
Yeah, this is super skewed.
is it?
Well, sugar is ambiguous. Plus,
Yeah, it
your
could be
sugar.
It could be potatoes.
Well, your fake sugar substitutes spike your glycemic index. So
Ah.
whereas if you're saying just what C6 O6 H12,
No. You got to talk in normal terms.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if you're just saying like straight like glucose or
Yeah.
something like that or sucrose.
Yeah.
This is ambiguous, but a lot of these fake sugars are just spiking the GI indexes.
So would you say that the presence or prevalence of Splenda and other sugar substitutes have not helped with the obesity epidemic?
That's my assumption.
Because I would assume that the graph for Splenda and stuff is going to look like a
and
hockey stick.
that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
But it's also sugar is an ambiguous term.
It is,
And
because
there's well over like 12 different types of sugars.
sugar is just a carbohydrate.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's the oils, man.
Seed oils.
Don't
That's what I was gonna say.
Is it really?
Yeah, look, I'm looking up what's the main.
Well, you're a nutritionist person. You know, do you tell them what's
everything is safflower oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, soy lecithin.
You can't escape it.
It's never been this high in the American diet before.
Yeah.
And
The sad diet.
it's making everybody
Standard American
old
diet.
fat.
It's sad.
Mm.
Yeah. My health I've cut out a huge amount of the sugars that I consume and the seed oils. We have had a seed oil free household for 3 years now.
Dude,
Wow.
nice.
My health is very good. My cholesterol doesn't even matter, but my blood pressure, they look at my cholesterol, they're like, that's kind of high. And I'm like, okay, what's my blood pressure at? They're like, it's 120/70. And I'm
There you
like, okay, so I'm Gucci right now. Yeah. One last thing before we go. Oh yeah. Gosh, there's so much good news. Real quick, Jupiter is going to launch a mobile app by July. This is how you get crypto adoption. This is how we get a whole bunch
I'm
of
getting
normies
that shit.
onboarded into Solana. Holy sheep shit on a shingle, to quote a philosopher.
Yes.
Once normies start seeing 500% gains pop up on their friend's Jupiter app,
Right.
this is going to be the FOMO that we need.
Yes, it is.
All right. This is so bullish.
And Jupiter has a coin.
And Jupiter has a coin.
And
the
it's
Jupe
like
token.
$1.
So last but not least, let's look at this guy. My 7-year-old daughter wrote a speech for public speaking assignment. She chose the least woke topic because she's good like that. She spent a bunch of hours working on it. The teacher's feedback is attached. So said it's not long enough. It says if kids ruled the world, and the teacher went through and corrected the language, not because it was grammatically incorrect or thematically incorrect, but because it wasn't woke enough.
Holy shit.
So if kids ruled the world, it would be the best place ever. No, you should talk about it being multicultural.
What?
No.
Dude.
I mean, that's kind of implied. Like nobody wants a one type of.
And we definitely don't want to said we could play together and then argue, and we definitely wouldn't want to hurt anyone. It says give specific examples and elaborate on the Israeli, Palestine, Ukraine, and Russia.
Shut up. This
Why?
cannot be real. Shut
This
the
is
fuck
real,
up.
and this is a seventh grader, 7-year-old,
Right,
seventh,
that's a huge difference.
7-year-old. Talk
No.
about you need to insert Israeli-Palestinian conflict and Ukraine and Russia into your kids ruled the world thing.
They're
That's
going
not
to
real.
school in Manhattan.
Moving on. Lastly, if kids rule the world, we should take care of everyone, blah, blah, blah. We know how to share because we do it all the time with our friends. Sharing makes everyone happier and the world a better place. Sharing cultural ideas makes everyone happier. Not just sharing your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You Nazi.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's fine. I think you're being overly fake alpha male with that comment.
No, I'm not. We would build
Yeah.
parks and playgrounds instead of office
That
buildings. in
first
every
part I
city.
agree with.
And every city would have a zoo where kids could learn and take care of animals. Creativity would be a key way to solving world's big problems. Actually, no. Cultures working together with a common objective is how we solve problems.
Why is it so cultural? Like they.
It's
they
just a
don't-
kid trying to write a cute little
I know.
story.
The kid's not
And then
sitting there
this-
separating cultures.
And then this blue hair troon shows up and starts forcing cultural Marxism down their throat. Yeah, this is detestable. Get your kids out of public school ASAP as possible.
Jesus Christ, that's
Right?
insane. That's, I mean,
You tell me indoctrination isn't rife in the public
I
school
mean, the
system.
second paragraph I agree with.
It absolutely
7-year-olds?
is.
No,
I
I'm
can
saying that
attest.
is indoctrination for sure.
You agree with how there should be
No,
Israeli-Palestinian
I'm saying that I'm agreeing that statement is indoctrination.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but
that's
like,
so
Just
forced.
saying cultural ideas, that's pretty vanilla.
Is this unnecessary? But this is completely unnecessary and should not take away from a 7-year-old's grade.
That I agree with.
Yeah. Like, because she's talking about sharing possessions. Like, every kid has a birthday. Elderly person has someone to talk to. No one's going to bed hungry. We know how to share with our friends because sharing to your friends for a 7-year-old is sharing your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The whole idea of like cultural ideas is just so like, no 7-year-old is like, man, how are we going to be able to like bridge cultural divides right now?
The
today?"
7-year-old, the
No one
7-year-old,
thinks about that when they're 7.
they do not care. They're in a classroom where everybody hopefully, I mean, depending on where they're at, but everybody looks different and they all live the same kind of life. They
So
all
the
go to the
cultural
same
ideas
place.
are already there.
Literally, they don't care. You don't have to
Subconsciously.
address it. They're going to grow up in a, I mean, depending on where they're at, but they're going to grow up amongst people that are different than them. They're
Yeah.
all going to live
I just
similarly. Like they don't need to be taught that when they're 7 years old, in my opinion, because that just that brings like negative opinions along
Because
with
in
it.
a natural system, they're naturally there.
No, I mean, they're-
What's naturally there?
Cultural ideas are naturally there. That's how.
Well, yeah, that's-
that's why I'm saying.
Yes.
That's why I don't have a problem that they're bringing it up. But like them like talking about it over and over again. It's like, yo, you're making something awkward where it shouldn't be.
Yeah. This is the classic liberal position of they constantly gaslight the public. They'll move something an inch and they say, hey, the conservatives say, hey, you're moving that an inch towards something we don't like or we don't think is good. And they say, it's just an inch. And actually, we didn't even move it. And then the conservative and the liberals will say, actually, you're overreacting by even noticing that we've moved this an inch.
yeah.
And then the conservatives are like, well, I guess we're overreacting. I guess we're a bunch of bigots. So, oh, well. And then they forget about it. And then a couple months later, the liberals go, and move in another inch. And the conservatives say, hey, wait. You just did that thing that you did beforehand, moving this agenda forward. Like, no. You're a bigot if you saw that and you're calling that out. Rinse and repeat for 25 years and you get to where we are now. Okay?
And then you end up with super young people, or I'm not super young, but you know, I was at a park and some cop asked me about my 3% shirt. I was like, the worse the shit gets, the younger people
Look
like
at-
me become.
Look at the notes at the bottom. Every paragraph has to be linked to multiculturalism.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay,
This
so
is what she
I will
wrote
say
by hand. Conclusion
one-
definitely has to mention new kids make it better culturally.
Okay, I will
This
say
is bullshit.
one point, weird sister, were they supposed to be writing on multiculturalism? If that is the case, then
Yeah,
okay.
they are leaving
That
that
does
out.
matter.
No,
But
No,
also,
it
this
does
is-
matter.
but
No,
also
it
It
that
entirely
means
matters.
that they're. I
this
mean,
is if kids ruled the world.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. If in a world not so different from ours, if kids were given a chance to rule the world,
No, I mean,
it
you're
would be a
left out.
bright and colorful world where laughter is filled and the
Well,
air of
pull it up.
happiness around every corner.
This is like one of the videos where you only see 10 seconds where somebody hits somebody else and you're like, oh, they're so bad. It's like, we don't know what the original assignment was.
Well, yeah, we do because it's in the title. If
You
the
don't.
kids ruled the world.
that implies that the kid paid attention and knew what the correct thing was.
Well, I'd imagine they would just based on the
but you're-
quality of this article.
But you're assuming.
I
Well,
think
yeah,
this
that's how we come to conclusions by making assumptions and testing them against the data.
No, that's how you come to foolish.
No, an assumption or a hypothesis, right? And then you test it against the data, right?
Mm.
That's how scientists work. You're a scientist, right?
And I
Okay.
just said that you're leaving out pertinent information.
No, you're inserting information that's not pertinent because what we have is a Marxist who's trying to enforce multiculturalism
and this
into a
is
7-year-old
called
story.
Having bias.
Well, pull it up.
No,
Like,
there's
I
no,
can't
yeah,
see-
the bias is from the teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this. I know
You
this.
don't
is,
know that.
Yeah,
What's
it is
that?
from the teacher. It's right here. What 7-year-old understands multiculturalism? They can barely understand that, the rain falls from the clouds, right? And this is cultural Marxism being forced on a 7-year-old. Full stop. And if you can't see that, you have a blind spot that you should probably address.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on where
And
you
my
live,
silence
man.
is because you're completely right.
I mean, I think
No.
that the assignment being just right about if kids ruled the world, that has nothing to do with the kids being responsible for organizing, cultural norms within society accordingly, especially if they're 7 years old, man. Like,
Hannah's got something to
this
say.
is way too early.
Nah, Cali Crypto dude just said, take care, everyone. Touch grass and some masks with consent.
That's right,
period.
baby.
Everybody have a great weekend. Touch some grass and. I think Michael Moore said something important. The problem here is getting on the internet and trusting it. This post could be for engagement, but
Exactly. That's what I'm
the
saying. You don't know the
conversation
original
alone-
assignment.
it's important. It's important to have these conversations and to hear different sides. So
Absolutely. I can tell you, though, from the wealth of evidence is that this is not an isolated incident.
it's not. I will
This-
say
this
that
is
I can
not an
attest.
isolated incident.
Public schools alone in the U.S. definitely have.
It was bad in Boulder for my kids, but it got
Yeah.
way better when we moved to Paulding. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it was way less. I moved them to a spot that has none of that stuff going on. They just let kids be kids. So
I
it's
should
been
reach out to
refreshing.
this guy and say,
My
"Hey, man, what's
School
the
system had a lot
context
of
here?
what's the
bias.
context here?"
You should.
He's
You
got
should
his
reach
DMs
out.
closed.
And you might be 100% right, but you don't
Yeah.
know that. That's all I'm getting at.
Yeah, but the thing is I study this kind of cultural critique way more than I probably should, and I know from actual data and things that I've seen before that this is not uncommon in any way in public schools.
But that assumption is, and I see where you're coming from, but let's say you see me put a blue ball in a box 5 times,
yeah,
and then I give you another box, you're going to assume that's a blue ball, but you didn't see the ball go in, so that is a incorrect assumption to make.
You should use
Don't
your
know that it's in
camera.
there.
You should use your
That way
camera.
it's not
Wait,
on.
are there two different boxes?
But that's what I'm getting at is you taking information from one thing, which you might be right, but you're making a massive assumption here.
And what is my assumption? I want to tease this out in real time.
Your
What-
assumption is that you know what the assignment was based off of that title.
Okay. And that's an incorrect assumption?
No, that's an assumption.
Okay. So how does
This
that
isn't
make
very
my
difficult.
how does that make my point of this teacher being overbearing and on a child who
because
does not
you don't know what
understand?
the assignment was.
So even if let's make an assumption that the assignment was multiculturalism for a 7-year-old. I am saying that is a bullshit assignment for a 7-year-old.
I agree.
And it's way too political for a 7-year-old.
I agree.
Okay.
But you, based off of this information where you're saying this teacher is going overboard, if the student wasn't following the assignment, that makes sense.
Okay. And you're willing to you want to just not make any assumptions and just assume that the teacher is correct.
No, that's not what I'm doing. And you're
Okay.
making very ad hoc arguments here.
Okay. I'm trying to understand how you're thinking right
It's
now.
very
Because I
simple.
see this
Yeah.
as a problem and you don't see this as a problem.
Never said that. I'm simply stating.
Then what are you saying?
Well, if you'd listen, and
Yeah.
not be closed-minded like you always are, I'm saying what was the original assignment?
The
That's it.
original assignment, well, I'm going to go ahead and make
assume,
an
which we don't
assumption.
know. That's
Well-
all I'm getting as you're making an assumption based off of information you
Well, it
do
says
not
on the
have.
title right there, right? Pull up the screen, like
But
it's
that's not necessarily.
Yeah, we need.
correct.
We gotta
Yeah.
get past this.
So
Okay.
I'm done.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. The important part here is crypto's consolidating for months on end. It's Friday. Don't be afraid of the choices that you made. And yeah, go outside, touch some grass, touch some ass with consent. And remember, we're all just spiritual beings having a human experience. Thank you for joining us on this incredibly intense and heady episode of Blockchain Basement. Oh, what?
Important comment, Jess Jim. Sorry to cut you off. We're wrapping it up, but this conversation, the kids are worth the debate.
Of course.
At the
Yeah,
end of the day, there
for
you
sure.
go. We care about it. The number one thing that matters is the next generation, because without it, there's like you have nothing.
Got it. Yeah, that's true. I mean, look, yeah, when you become a parent, you get a whole different perspective on things. But let's go on. We're way over today.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
Appreciate it. Wait, do we have a video coming out this weekend?
If I can get to editing it.
Sorry. Okay, I'll end the
Holy
show.
shit.
All right, we're done. Bye.
All right, bye.
Ooh.